Good afternoon. We're the Penguins, and we're presenting our game Blazing. My name's Eddie,
My name's Sam.
My name's Davey.
and Peter couldn't make it here tonight, probably because it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Our project is called Blazing. It is a first person arcade shooter that uses a low poly art style. We extended from an asset pack that included an extensive player package, weapons, and art assets. The main focus of our project was on networking, particularly a matchmaking system, which we ended up reducing to a host list system. To do this, we utilized a lot of RPC calls. This is the PvP map that we developed for our project to demonstrate our networking features. We implemented a simple 3v3 PvP map, which we plan to flesh out further by adding interactables such as pick up weapons, exploding barrels, things of that nature. The map is still in development.
So our game currently does support local area network playing. It uses the included online subsystem null, which worked straight out of the box with Unreal. We implemented three screens to sort of uses this online subsystem null. So the start screen is where the player can enter a username for others to see in the lobby. The main screen is where one can choose to host the session or the game, or join a session from the list of hosts. They can also choose to select LAN or online, which is currently in development. And then the lobby screen is where you can see the list of connected players. The host can choose to edit a game mode or options. This is also currently in development. And then the host can choose to start the game. So here's a quick demo of how it looks. On the right side, we have the host, and on the left side, we have a client that is going to be searching for a game and selecting one from the list of hosts. And then the host can choose to edit the options, which currently doesn't really work, and then they can also start the game. There is a quick loading screen before both of them get loaded into the match. And within the match, there's a simple spawn menu where you can choose a gun from a pre-made list, and then you can play. All of this here is replicated, which was included in the asset pack, so all these animations, weapons, and grenades were included.
All right, so we initially wanted to have a matchmaking server, which we reduced down to a server browser. On the server machine, we have an instance of the quote-unquote matchmaking server, as well as a instance of the game running as a dedicated server. Both of these instances have their ports forwarded, so clients are able to connect over the internet. The client connects to the matchmaking server, and the matchmaking server then sends information about all the sessions that are currently going on. The client can then either create or join a session, and at that point, the server will either create a new dedicated server instance, or it will send the IP and port of an existing session for the client to join. And at that point, the client then connects to the server. To implement this, we use two different socket programming interfaces. For the matchmaking server, we used Windows Socket API, also known as WinSock2. And for Unreal, we used the Socket subsystem interface. And this just follows your basic socket workflow. And this is a little demo of our online play. On the left side is my machine running the dedicated server as well as the matchmaking server. And on the right side is Eddie's machine, where he's just running an instance of our game. And also on my machine, I'm also running a instance of the game. However, whenever we do connect, it is through the ports, not a local connection. So if you look at the top left, it's a little bit hard to see, but you can see both of our IPs. Once we're in, you can see that we are in the same instance together. We're able to run around, shoot. We have some basic AI that we can mess around with. The explosions are replicated, the AI positions are replicated, as well as our player states.
So as for what's left, we have several map updates, as Sam mentioned, to make. We also hope to introduce a free-for-all game mode with some sort of leaderboard system in there. We are also still looking into integrating the Steam Online subsystem to enable online play. For this, we need to package the project to test it, we're currently dealing with build issues, which is kind of getting in the way. And then lastly, currently most of our logic is in Blueprint, so we hope to move some of the more performant critical sections to C++ if possible. So I don't think we have a slide for it, but yeah. Thank you for listening, and any questions?